my name is Sylvie Raté. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Today we will speak about microphones and more specifically about polar patterns and their capacity to deny or accept sound waves. I will start with a presentation of 5 common polar patterns. Then I will briefly explain 2 of these patterns. Finally, with the help of a blue snowball microphone and GarageBand, I will look at their practical effects when we are recording sounds. A polar pattern is a circular graph that shows how sensitive a microphone is in different directions. Let us imagine that your microphone is that big circle. We are actually looking at the top of it. At 0 degree, we encountered the front of the microphone. At 180 degree is the back of the microphone. Each circular division represents 5 decibel of sensitivity. So you can see where the microphone picks up the strongest to the weakest sounds at different points. On the graph presented here, 0 shows the direction the microphone is facing. 90 and 270 degrees are the sides of the microphone, and 180 degrees again is the microphone's back. The polar pattern shows the solid line as a 1 kHz signal. From 0, the sensitivity drops more than 1 division, or more than 5 decibel, by the time it reaches 90 degrees. This means the side of that microphone is more than 5 decibel less sensitive than the front of the microphone. Note that minus 6 decibel is equal to half the microphone's volume, so sound from the side will be half the volume of sound from the front of the microphone. Here are 5 common polar patterns: the omnidirectional, the figure 8, the cardioid, the supercardioid, and the hypercardioid. Out of these 5 patterns, there are only 3 that are really polar patterns: cardioid, omnidirectional, and figure 8. The remaining 2, hyper and supercardioids, are sub-patterns. Remember, the outside of the circle are degree markings. These degrees, again, signify the origination of the sound in relation to where the microphone is pointed. The shaded areas in the circle show direction and scope of what the microphone can pick up and what it can't. In the case of the cardioid microphone, for example, you can see that it's most sensitive to what's directly in front of it at 0 degrees. If you were to stand behind a cardioid microphone at 180, the microphone would be basically deaf to anything you say. Keep in mind also that polar patterns are volumetric by nature. That is, we are speaking about a 3D pattern here, not a 2D pattern. So sounds from above and below, as well as from the sides, are taken into account when you are looking at the pattern. For example, the figure 8 patterns will accept sounds from the back and front, while denying, not completely of course, the sounds coming from left, right, above, and below. An omnidirectional polar pattern covers all direction and picks up all sounds in a 360-degree radius. These are ideal for natural ambient recordings and for the tight-clipped microphone, as moving your head to one side will not change the volume. They also make ideal headset microphones as they sound very natural when close to the mouth. Cardioid microphones pick up sounds within 120 degrees of the direction they are facing and take their name from the arch shape of their polar pattern. They help to reduce feedback and can be used to capture particular sounds in a loud environment. I made the recording using a Blue Snowball USB microphone. It is not the best on earth, but what is interesting about that microphone is that it has 3 settings. I will be using setting 1 and 3. Setting 1 gives the snowball a cardioid pattern, setting 3 an omnidirectional pattern.
essential aspect of a microphone. A cardioid microphone is more sensitive to sounds in front of it. The subtype, hypercardioid and supercardioid, simply change how much it can hear behind. An omnidirectional microphone picks up everything from all sides. In retrospect, when you are choosing a pattern, either by buying a specific microphone like the omnidirectional SM63 of Shure or the cardioid PG58 of the same company, or even if you are setting it on a mic that allows it like the Snowball, you are choosing to accept sound waves coming from specific directions while ignoring others. The best way to evaluate the effects is still to listen carefully, as always.